You know what? Kudos to you and a bunch of the other fighters. One of the cool things from a fan's perspective is having all these wrestlers come in. It's going to up everybody's show game, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, definitely.
um, I was talking to Azael, and it's like you just you want to be able to perform. You don't just want to be the show. You want to be
Yep.
able to be the show and perform. And I
Yeah.
love that the wrestlers are kind of leveling up that show part of the game because you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
guys like you and Aaron comes to mind, Chelsea comes to mind, Belly
Oh,
comes
yeah.
to mind. As far as like getting more eyeballs on you and promoting you in the sport is
Oh, yeah.
awesome. Because dude, Alan, you know better than me, but there's so many good strikers in those rankings, but nobody knows who they are, and it sucks, but that's part of the game, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at yeah, because you have these phenomenal athletes. Like I walk into the gym all the time, and there's these guys that are like, I just think to myself all the time, it's like either you're just roiding out and you can't compete in these things, because you can't test positive, or you're too afraid to take whatever step it takes to get here, or you're too afraid to embarrass yourself on camera. Like, you know, I I think it's the funniest thing. My speech afterwards, I was like throwing out words like erroneous and stuff like that, and apparently like people loved it, right? And I thought
Yeah,
that was
that's
the
great.
funniest thing in the world, right? I was like, I don't know, that's how I talk, right? So it's just like, but you just don't know. Like I thought I sounded terrible, right? And then I had so many people like, dude, that was awesome, and and like, but it was just because I was willing to put myself out there and like perform, right? So I went around the stage and like pointed at everybody. I was like, you thought he was gonna win, anyway.
It was a
Yeah.
cool moment, man. It was a cool moment. Well, speaking of performing, dude, it's coming. Like it's happening soon.
Yep.
Um, we couldn't be more excited to watch it. I just spoke to Wolverine last night, so I'm going to try and piece both of you guys together on the same episode because I think that'd be cool. Um, but he's excited. One thing about Ron, I don't know if he's hard to read, but he's a quiet guy and he's a humble guy and he just kind of he talks a little bit slower too, and
Yeah.
that can be a challenge for me because I'm such a hyperactive fucking idiot. But
I'm saying.
he had such good things to say, and we talked a lot about just after every card there's controversy, and that's just a fight game, right?
Yep.
But in Power Slap, there's only so many ways you can kind of go about it. So
Yeah.
after each card, there always seems to be this talk of clubbing, fouling, stepping, the rules, the rules, the rules, the rules. And we talked, bro, most of the interview about that. And he had some good thoughts, and I feel comfortable sharing them with you now because I'll probably have Ron, set up the episode and then you go after him. So I feel comfortable sharing this now. Is he thinks that we have maybe a card where they're super strict and they really dial in people striking, showing where the palm should be. We've got the best cameras in the business, we got the best slow-mo in the business, we got the best refs and commission in the business, right? And he thinks that if we just took one card and really laid the law down, it would clean it up a lot and we'd see cleaner matches and you'd still get knockouts.
Mhm.
It just might take a few more rounds because he thinks the clubbing and fouling is real, but he also thinks part of it is, dude, if somebody does club you and it's legit in the sense of it was an accident, no one, I don't, God forbid, I hope no one's going out there on purpose and clubbing guys, but there's a recovery aspect to it as well. A minute's not
Yeah.
long enough to recover from a club. So you go up again and the guy that did the clubbing, he wants to go quick because he knows you're rattled, and that can become a knockout. So there's just these two little things going on that he suggested. And dude, Alan, man, I don't disagree. Maybe we just need one card where it's like super strict, clean it up, and then going forward long term, it won't
Mhm.
be as controversial. But maybe I'm kidding myself because you can't please everybody.